Yeah, you're right. All right, enough of this. Okay. If you guys want to support the channel, as always, I'm gonna bring it up every now and then. Clanthemerchfan.com. All right, link in the description if you want to support. All right, so here it is. Here's the article. Scoot Henderson not shoe-in if Spurs get second pick. Now, someone asked me, do I think that Air Alamo is legit? It's like, well, it's Air Alamo. Are they legit? They're pretty doggone good. Also, I love Noah. Okay, so if Noah says it, I'm gonna listen to what he has to say. All right, so this, and we had Noah on this channel before, but he's quoting LJ Ellis. No, and people also ask, like, is Spurs talk reliable? Which LJ Ellis he actually is pretty reliable. Okay, he's not 100% right all the time, but who is? But oftentimes he's in the right ballpark. Even stuff that I've heard, which, I mean, it's not brag or nothing, but like I hear things sometimes, which is very reliable sources that I just don't talk about, like I can't bring up. And he is almost always like pinpoint with the things that he brings up. So, and it ended up happening, but it's been a few times that he's been a little off, but I mean, no one can be perfect. But this is what he had to say. According to multiple scouts I've talked to, it's widely believed that the Spurs are higher than the consensus on both of the Thompson twins. In fact, one Eastern Conference scout I spoke to believed that the Spurs would pick one of the Thompson twins instead of Henderson if San Antonio ends up with the second pick in the draft. That is wild. That also makes a little sense, just because I'm assuming they would pick Amin Thompson. As you guys know, I'm more of a Osar guy myself, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, the Spurs have been leaning on players like Thompson of recency. I mean, last year they went after Blake Wesley, later in the first round. And Blake Wesley, I mean, he is pure potential, when it comes to his athletic ability, his first step, his leaping ability. So I would assume that that's the same thing, that they would find that pretty attractive from Amin. Osar, God, I can never say the names right. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. But him in particular, I just like him a little bit more because I think his defense is more solid. I don't like Amin Thompson's defense. But with that being said, even with everything that I just said, I would not do that. I mean, even though I understand that the Spurs are kind of leaning in that position over the past couple seasons, I would not do that. I would take Scoot and not even think about it. That's just me. Look, I know we always bring this up. Do you need a point guard? You do. You don't need a traditional point guard. I wouldn't say that Scoot Henderson is a traditional point guard. I would say Amin Thompson is a much better facilitator than Scoot. That's just me. That's just how I see it. But at the same time, I just think Scoot's a better player. Another thing that really scares me about the Thompson twins, though? The one thing that scares me the most is the fact that they're coming out of the Elite League. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but the NBA has a separate league that they just created that's for players that are like 17 to 19. Usar, thank you. Usar Thompson. So yeah, they're coming from a league that is basically kids. But if you look at Scoot Henderson, he's playing against grown men, and that's what he's doing, But you look at them, they're averaging like 3.3 turnovers a game, which is really concerning. I mean, really concerning in a league of that caliber. I'm not saying that the players are trash or nothing like that, but they're like 17 to 19 years old, right? And it's a very new league. Exactly. Barlow was there too. But Barlow, see, that's the thing. Barlow was a undrafted pick. There is no risk with him. He was undrafted. We're talking with a new league. Would you take one of the Thompson twins top 5? I mean, in this article, they're talking about the second pick in the draft. Would you take them the second pick in the draft out of the Elite League? It's a little tough. And I'm not trying to sit here. I'm not trying to sit here and say like, oh, that league is just garbage and da 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 da. I mean, talent is talent, But at the same time, it does make me a little nervous. And that's a huge gamble with a league that's been so new. And I don't like go at any player that decides to go to that league, because it's a really good option if you want to ball and get paid, because obviously you go to college, You can get paid with endorsements, but the college isn't paying you, which is ridiculous. But yeah, so I understand it. You know, you want to go get your money and play professionally, but at the same time, man, it's just a huge gamble to me to take him over Scoot. Let me see. Huncho said Scoot's too big of a player to pass up on number 2. He's shown he can play at a legit level in the G League. Yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me to do that. Clan Primo coming back to the Spurs. He just need a season off. I don't think Primo's coming back. We'll see though. It's 16-year-olds in the league. 16. Wait, how young does it go? I thought it was 17 and 19. It's 16? Oh my God, it is. It's 16 to 20. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, sophomores in high school, man. They just got done with their freshman year of high school. Minimum salary 100,000 is so nice though. See, I would understand why you would go there. Another thing too with the Thompson twins that I've noticed is sometimes they get a little too fancy, do a little too much with the ball, and I don't know if that's just them trying to showcase what they can do because the talent isn't that great, or that's just them. Either way, the amount of turnovers that they have in that league really concerns me. It wouldn't concern me so much if people were talking like they're mid to late first round pick, but I mean, we're talking. I mean, I've seen some draft picks where people have them going 3rd, 4th. It's like that's a gamble. That is a gamble. I mean, maybe my opinion will change over the next few weeks, but that is a gamble. And once May hit and we know exactly where we're going to land, then we can definitely go into it. But as it stands right now, it's a gamble. Yeah, it's 17. I thought, no, apparently it's 16. The Euros start at 15, 16, so we doing it too. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. So I'm ignorant to this. Was Luka Doncic in a league full of like kids? I thought Luka was playing against grown men, right? When he played, let's see. Okay, he was playing grown men. Yeah, that's what I thought. He wasn't in that league. Okay, got it. Okay. Well, no, he was 16. In 2015, he made his debut Academy senior team at age 16, become the youngest in club hit. Oh, well, there it is. He was the youngest. So he made history there. Yeah. He was a kid though. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little different. Well, not a little different. That's a huge, like, that's a big difference. That he was the kid. Flip it around on you. Oh, Switch Hill's here. He said, Amin Thompson has an incredibly high ceiling with a lot of unteachable tools. He's just talking about his athleticism and his basketball IQ, I'm assuming. Passing ability. That's what GMs look for a lot. Not saying it's right, but he's definitely the type of guys execs love to take risks on. Yeah, I get it. No, I get it. It's just so high. It's like, if I get the 2nd overall pick, I'm like, oh no. Like, if the Spurs landed like 3 or 4, like, I wouldn't get too angry taking the Thompson over Brandon Miller. But it's like, at 2, why skip out on Scoot Henderson? Like, he's legit. You know? I don't know. But who knows? Who knows? Honestly, I believe in the Spurs so much, and they're so good at their picks too. Whoever they choose, they're going to be legit. I mean, I know we talk trash about Primo as much as we do, which rightfully so, but he was going to be legit. I mean that. If you want Amin, you have to auction the Scoot pick to the highest bidder. That's actually a really good point. Yeah. Okay. So so you're with me here. Like, you don't choose Amin Thompson at 2. Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely, okay. I understand completely what you said. Yeah. That's how you do that. Yeah. Cause what I was reading, it sounded like what they were saying, like, oh no, with the 2nd overall pick, they're just going to take the Thompson twins. Like, I don't think that's a good thing to do. I get that, but Scoot got a lot in his bag to pass up. So I wonder if it's like, if the Spurs are like, look, if we can't get Wembanyama, boom. You know, if we can't get Wembanyama, boom, we're getting the Thompson twins, and we'll just trade away our picks because we're not interested in Scoot. That would be interesting. Now you immediately call whoever has pick 3 and say, what will you give me to not take Scoot? Oh, yeah. You play those mind games, right? Oh, you're saying you... Okay, what... Swish Hill. Okay, by the way, if you guys don't know, IRL, Swish Hill's my best friend. Swish Hill, are you saying, like, what do you think? I value your opinion a lot. What do you think about us just choosing Scoot? You think with the 2nd overall pick, no matter what, Spurs choose Scoot, right? Because I mean, that's what I think. I think that's the best possible scenario. I mean, the most likely scenario. Like, you choose, like, I don't know why you would not do that. Impeccable said, I mean, Scoot's my favorite prospect. He's number 2. Definitely. Yes, agree. If Scoot not choice 1, trade down and trade both Thompson. I'd pick Scoot 2nd. If they don't want him and have pick 2, you got auction the pick. You can't just take Amon 2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. Yeah, you basically saying play mind games. Yeah. Well, if you get number 1, you don't play any mind games. Scoot all day. I do love me some Scoot. I just don't agree with the people saying I'll take Scoot over Wemby. I think that's insane. You heard the Bama guy has risen in ranks over Scoot? Some say he has, some say he hasn't. I still think he shouldn't. I think he's still like a 3-4 overall pick, probably 3rd. Yeah, I don't think Brandon Miller overtakes Scoot. Pop ain't going to pick Brandon Miller. We did a video on that. Yeah, we won't go into all that. We'll leave that alone.